Csaba, how important was it to beat Falkirk at the weekend?
I think always important was this, I think for everybody it was important, especially who is Dundee United fan and to play for Dundee United. I think I told also for the game that this will be a really, really important game because that Falkirk was still is in the bottom in the league, you don't win a game. If you go there or you lose even points, everybody will pointing over you, you are really bad and you don't perform. But anyway, I must make a compliment for the team that he played good. He dominated the game from the first minute until the last. And in the first half we didn't score, but in the second half I think that was these 2 goals. Not just really good goals. He brought the 3 points, but he brought also a lot of confidence in which one is I think is needed just after the game Morton, which one was definitely from the game here not very fantastic, but it was patient in the game. So we tried really to push run behind the results and we scored in the last minute. Now we must be prepared also for the next game, but every winning game will give you more confidence. Yeah.
And the players went to thank their fans. What did that mean?
This means that he thanked for the support, and this is look. I think this is normal, and it must be normal that. If you play, you will be you don't get so much critic, And the other side, if you don't win, the fans are noisy. And the other side, this is also right because I think he want to see that Dundee United win the games, and I was also after the game very pleased and then very happy that. The most Dundee United fans leave the stadium with a smile in the face, and then even especially I like how Loyamba, he is also very, very let's say a guy who do everything for the club, but after he enjoy also to be with the fans and celebrate the victories and. But on the other side, in one moment, I think that I have to kick Loyamba because that he made everything right. He dribbled left, right, the goalkeeper down, and then just I think one player was in the line, and he made fully, that he can close the goal in this moment. With the goal, he can close the game, but he didn't. But so generally, I think the players he knows that. This victory against Falkirk and this pressure, he gave it a lot of emotion free from both sides, which one in a positive way, and I think this is good. So, yeah.
Ross County up next. What have you made of them so far this season?
Yeah, look, it's. I think Ross County it's a very dangerous team. He are very stable. He are very physical. If you see the results, he don't consider so many goals, so we must be prepared to try to score against them, which one will be not easy. And the other side, he are always dangerous because he have a lot of experienced players, which one he played before Scottish Premier League. I think it will be a good game, and then the physical game. I think also that very important for us to try to keep the 3 points at home because in the last, just not in the last game at home against Morton, so generally Canada is actually, our record in this season is not so fantastic. So we had the first game which one we lost against Dunfermline after we win against Patrick Tissot, so after we had a draw now it's time to win again.
And Ross County, a lot of people would fancy them to go straight back up. Just to share that view that they're one of the teams you have to finish above?
I think at the moment the Scottish Championship is not easy because you have Ross County, Dundee United, you have also Inverness, you have also Patrick Tissot. Now I talked about 4 teams, and I telling always that you have also a team which one is the surprise team. It's no, it's this air, you know. Now if you look like this, we have 10 teams in the league, and 5 actually really he perform a little bit similar, you know. And nobody is clear in the top, is nobody clear, so really down. So for this reason, I think it's not easy for no one team to tell just no, I go and I win the league. And the other side, yeah, a lot of teams he try and he hope.
But you're given Ross County where they are alongside you in the league, how important is it to beat them just to try and open up a wee bit of a gap from them, you know, try and put them further down that table?
Yeah, look, if you win the next 4 games in a row, if we win the next 4 games in a row, I think after we can talk a little bit about how looks the table and how looks the gaps, and then at the moment I just think about this one game, Ross County win, and after we see the next.
You're on a good run at the moment though.
Not really.
Unbeaten.
Unbeaten, yeah. It's funny, you know. It's if you talk. Just recently, I talked to somebody. This is not from Scotland, and they told me, yeah, this is a fantastic from the first game you lost, but you are unbeaten, yeah. But yeah, you are unbeaten, but these 4 points, you know, from the 2 draws, it doesn't help us, you know. On the other side, you know, the medal have always 2 sides, you know. And I think also that really, especially against Alloa, we lost 2 points, and after I was very pleased that we made the last minute goal and we kept 1 point at home, and this is so crazy in the football, you know, because this is in 2 weeks you have 2 similar results, you know, but in the other sides the emotion completely different, you know. That is in the last minute you get the goal and they, oh my goodness, how can happen this, you know. In the other side, the next week you score in the last minute and you are happy that happened this, you know. It's stupid, but this is the miracle from the football, from the sport. And the other side, I think it is also important to accept. You have to accept also that the opponent, you know, in the other side, he play football. He are also humans. He tried to hurt you. He want to win. You want to. So for this reason, I think this is important to take every team very serious, you know, and we take Ross County also very serious.
Yeah. Any injuries, updates?
At the moment. We don't have really injuries, which one he made us really to think what's happening in the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, because I can tell you the phase 5 is complete back. You know, he don't play because the artificial pitch the last game, but he is fit. He will be definitely in the squad against Ross County. If this week don't happen nothing special, and I hope not. Nicky Clark. He's there who need, he's also in the way to come back, but he need maybe 1 week more. Yeah. Sam Stanton, he trained already full with the team, and Stuart Murdoch, he trained also full with the team from tomorrow, so that these people, these players, slow, here are full back. Okay, Billy King, it's okay already because you saw that also against Walking in the last 20 minutes he come in, and he's okay. So I hope really that in the next, let's say, 2 weeks we don't have injuries, we don't have problems.
You've rattled off, you know, 5 possibly your better players there. How important is it, and how big a boost is it to have these players coming back at this stage of the season?
Look, it's more than important, because everybody remembering about the game, Morton, and he scored, and he thought, if the Fraser 5 is always in the pitch, it will be easier. I don't think so, but on the other side, he is a player who can change games, you know. He have a huge personality here in the dressing room, outside from the dressing room, in the pitch. I think his also his charisma and football knowledge can help this club you know, and he helped also the other players. And this is not just about the Fraser Five, this is about the team. I think this is the most important, that we have really a good team spirit. I think also it's important that the player help each other in the pitch. And the other side, also important to see this player back in the training, because the competition is so higher, the training's quality is also more better and higher, and also the possibility to pick the player who is in the best form for Saturday is also more easier, and this give me and give us also more option.
It certainly does. When you talked about it there, it's the calibre of player that you're getting back from injury as well. You know, a lot of managers sitting in your position at other clubs would love to have 4 or 5 players like that they can just call on, but they haven't been able to do so this season.
Yeah, look, if you, for 4 weeks we talked about Fraser Fife, Billy King, we talked about Stuart Murdoch, we talked about Nicky Clark, I forget somebody, 4 players. So you can tell these 4 players here are not injured, here are more or less in the first 11 or definitely in the squad, you know. And for this reason you have right, these players have quality. The Billy King is a player who is not just speedy, he can score goals. Nicky Clark is a goal scorer. Fraser Fife is a brain from the team who can run, fight, talk and score goals. So Stuart Murdoch is also a player who definitely he showed that he have quality in the defense. So for this reason, I think I am not just happy. I am very pleased, and you know, the season is very long. It's really long, and you can okay. I hope that we had not a fantastic start. Especially that we lost the game at home against Dunfermline, and we lost also 2 points against Morton, but in the home stadium. But on the other side, you know, I hope that we have a good finish. You know, it's not always who start fantastic, he win the race. You know, and yeah, you must be prepared for a very long race. This season is just begin. We had some games behind us, some critical noise, some good, like Saturday in the game against Forkek. So a lot of up and down. You know, we have to go a little bit higher, and if you go higher, keep this and keep the constancy. You know.